Hi everyone, this is Antonello Arpino from Amazon Web Services. I work in the telco industry and I lead the OSS PSS practice for AWS. And we're here today to talk about industry transformation and how AI is actually accelerating this process. And together with us we have Carla and Dragana from AT&T Mexico and Liberty Latin America respectively.
My name is Dragana Linfield and I work for Liberty Latin America, and I have successfully executed the Liberty Latin America digital transformation, AI-based.
Hi, my name is Carla Gonzalez. I'm leading the digital products in AT&T Mexico, and I'm happy to be here again. Thank you.
Thanks again for being here. So let me start shooting a couple of questions because this is a very interesting topic nowadays. How do you see actually AI accelerating the transformation of the industry? How do you see this impacting your business?
Well, definitely is transforming the way we interact with our customers. There are so many ways that we can use AI to have a more personal engagement with our customers, to help them better, to serve them faster. So I think it's a huge opportunity for us to change the way we interact with them and what kind of services we can start providing them with the help, of course, of technology and our partners.
Thanks. And what's your view, Dragana?
Well, my view is that the biggest differentiator in telecom industry is customer experience. That customer experience expect the experience that they are getting from digital native companies, and they expect brands to understand and preempt their needs more and more, and they want effortless navigation, proactive customer care, and they want to be understood.
That's great. So let me dive a little bit deeper on the AI impact on all this. How do you are leveraging AI to really create this superior customer experience?
We just recently started using AI for our support, customer support, with AWS AI technology. We implemented and we start implementing the use of this to personalize the chatbot when we interact with the customer, because we believe that even if it's a chat, we should work towards make it as more human and personal as we can. And for that, we are using AI. I don't think there is another way we can do that without leveraging all the LLMs that are outside and how we can educate this chat to become more efficient to the end user.
I'm going to give another example, what we are doing at LLA, more from e-commerce perspective. We are using AI and with help of AWS, we have managed to make our purchasing journey for customers frictionless and seamless, and we have AI virtual assistant that not only collects the information from the customers on behalf, instead of customer care agents, sales agents, and that information is eligibility, serviceability. It can also schedule appointments for the fiber installation and everything. And then at the end, personalize offers and make them more relevant to the customer, and the customer ends up buying more than he wanted to buy because we bundle a service.
These are all great examples, and I see really the deep impact you are creating on your customers leveraging AI. So let me ask you a last question. Fast forward 3 years down the line or 5 years down the line, how do you envision the customer experience will look like?
So, I mean, definitely I think it will change a lot. I think AI will be a different game in terms of retention, personalization, engagement, education. I mean, when you think about digital twins, right, and you try to emulate what would be the behavior, and you can anticipate that behavior and provide the customer with the product, with the experience that he's expecting, even if he doesn't know that we know that he needed, I think that's the future.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that telecom is going to be become more proactive than reactive, because we know so much about our customers. We are able to collect all the information from all touch points, and we should start leveraging that information to preempt customer needs. So if we know the network information, we can, through notifications, for example, inform customer about a problem, and before even he realizes, the problem will be solved. And then equally, for example, just a simple examples about the billing, how could we do the deflection, call deflection, to alleviate the effort from our customer service, is if AI models notice some fluctuation in billing, we can proactively, by the time we send the bill, understand and explain to the customer that's because you went roaming, that's because you spent more data, so that he doesn't call us.
Oh, that's great. And let me correct myself. Actually, I have another question for you, because it's super interesting. But this time I'm looking a little bit in the past. What has been the biggest obstacle you had to overcome to actually make this transformation happen? Did you have any challenges while implementing this, or?
Well, in my experience, I think the biggest challenge is culture. People is afraid of not knowing what will be the outcome. And I think there is a lot of work that you need to do in parallel of implementing technology and using technology on change management and change culture. We should not be afraid. You know, when you are afraid, you are paralyzed. So we need to take technology, embrace technology, and use it to make things better and help the people embrace that technology. I think it's part of the things that we need to do in order to make a real change.
And from our side, I could also mention a little bit of fear of unknown, that our markets were afraid that digital was going to affect the sales and contribution of other channels. Because if we have more sales on digital, it's going to diminish some other sales, but that didn't happen. And we actually have a boost of other channels, as well as we have about 25% increase in digital sales. Also, some of the customers would start the journey on the digital and end up in a shop. So that actually boosted our sales, and then also reduced significantly cost of acquisition. So my advice would be to start small as a proof of concept in one market that is reasonably friendly and show your achievements, and then the next markets will basically beg you to be next.
I understand your case, actually you had to deal with multiple countries, which seems also challenging, right? Mm-hmm. So what has been your strategy to balance scale versus the improving customer experience?
So the biggest challenge that we had is to balance the scale with the speed of innovation and also hyper-personalization. Because if we go too fast, we may end up in creating fragmented experiences and irrelevant experiences from the point of view of our customers. And then if we go too fast, too fast in those iterations, we may not achieve what we wanted to achieve. So in LLA, the best is to follow some structured model where you start small and then you create a model and then you enrich that model with the new information. So we have various points of information to understand our customer better and create 360 view. And that information was coming from digital applications, from customer service interaction. It was also coming from network as well, but that didn't start like that at once. So we would refine our model as we go, and then we would also enrich with real-time information from the customers. Then the model will decide the next best experience for our customer. That could be the best engagement strategy, that could be the best offer or the best support action. And then we would also have the feedback loops to see whether that recommendation was correct or not, and then we will improve the model. And then also we would put more and more layers, more categories and more subcategories. So our model is very detailed at the moment and is able to do very good segmentation. We could not call it one-to-one hyper-personalization, but the segments are pretty much micro segments at the moment.
That's great. So I can summarize, it's like start small, learn in the process, reiterate, and keep adding new functionality as you go, and then you scale like that. Thanks so much actually for sharing these amazing stories and also the lesson learned you had. that hopefully will help others to follow your path.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for the invitation. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.